And we continue on through this Crop Progress Tuesday. Our thanks to our friends at AgriLiquid, St. John's, Michigan. Great partners here on our Market Day report. Looking at the grain trade, let's go to the board. Marlon and I talking about the trade here, a higher corn and soybean trade. Well, let's go to Chicago and we look at corn up 1 now, and May up 3, but the deferred contracts are up over a penny, when on paper it would seem that we might see some pressure. That's why we have Todd Horwitz with us, Bubba Trading. It's bubbatrading.com. Let's go live to Chicago and make some sense out of this market today, Todd. Hello there.
Good morning. Let's go to St. John's, Michigan.
Let's go to St. John's, Michigan. You got it, buddy.
AgriLiquid.
So, okay, 47% planted. A lot of folks thinking 43, 44, yet we are higher today.
Well, you know, Mark, it really just comes down back to watching the money flow and the levels. And I think that, you know, we're watching, you know, corn is at great levels of support and naturally is seeing a little bit of a rally or a little bit of a hold. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. You know, again, one of the things we know for a fact is, yes, we came out with some numbers, but those numbers were already priced into the market. That's the thing in today's technology when everybody's got a laptop computer in their back pocket, is information flows much faster. Yeah. So the money is much more on target. So again, I would expect corn to hold 365, 360 at worst and continue to go higher. I mean, I think we're going to see well over $4 December corn when we get there. So I think that the grains look terrific. And I think some of the pressure, like in wheat and some of the other things, are because of the equity markets, because the volatility index is reaching almost record lows, which means that more money is flowing in there. And again, my whole thesis is based on things are going to be good and they're going to be favorable. Plus, we're going to get some money from the equity markets to flow into the grain markets. All
right, we are a little bit weaker in wheat. As long as we're there, talk about the weakness. How can you know, not how can you be? I mean, it happens quite often where 2 or the 3 are higher, but you've got corn up a penny or 2, beans up 6 to 7, yet wheat still lower 3 to 5 or more.
Well, you know, Mark, we've had a real volatile situation with the last couple of weeks. So if we go back and look at last week, we had Monday we were up 21 cents, then we were down the next couple, we up 15 cents. It's been real volatile, and when that happens in markets, it really, the speculators end up driving price a little bit too far. And I think what you're seeing now is all those that chased it up on Thursday are now paying it for it yesterday and today and pushing it back down. And they're just kind of, as they say, getting out because they're afraid now. And I think this will soon end and we'll see back to higher prices. We'll get back in sync together. And
then that leaves us looking at beans. Let's go back and kind of retrace their beans are higher by 6, 7 cents. And again, you think that's more or less just money flow?
I think it's money flow, and I think, look, we held that 940 area, which was key, and now we look like we're making new support. I thoroughly expect a run in July beans up to $10. Now, again, what happens at 10 will be the key. I'm bullish. I'm positive the beans, but again, I need to see what's going to happen when we do get to 10, and I think we will get there. But again, this is pretty good action. The hold of 940 was a great play, a great spot, and now we're like halfway in between, and I think we'll see some action that will push us up eventually to $10 before it's all over.
And you don't see much of the action tomorrow in the crop report making any difference here one way or the other. They'll look at the numbers, but then move on to weather and planning, I guess. Is that right?
Well, yeah, I think this is one of the biggest problems and the biggest mistakes that we make is we get too involved in news that's really old news by the time it hits. You know, again, it might have a longer-term effect, but you'll get these spurts either up or down based on a quick reaction. But overall, you guys should be prepared and ready and understand that we shouldn't worry about that quick movement, that we should be worried about the longer term. And the longer term looks great. Again, you look at the dollar, you look at all the factors that used to were against us in the past years are now in our favor. So I think everything looks green for me.
And bottom line, again, just to reiterate, you like the agriculture space here. You call it space here. But moving forward, you like what you see in the grains and livestock, for that matter, through the end of the year, longer term.
Absolutely. I think we'll see higher prices. Again, I think corn will be well over $4. I do still believe wheat will be well over $5. Soybeans is the one concern. But again, I want to see what it does at 10. I don't think it's going to collapse, as many have called for. I think that it might not be quite as strong as others, but I think it will be fine. I like the space overall. I think we go higher. I think you got to be diligent and find the right spots to get in, and also make sure you protect yourself when we get these higher levels.
Very good. Todd Horwitz, bubbatrading.com is the website here, and we're going to go to break. Come back and talk about the livestock trade. As we go to break, we mentioned earlier talking to Ben Hushin from the mill at visitors from Pennsylvania and Maryland, state FFA officers at the mill today.